HooHooHooRobin.
We got lots to talk about today, huh?
Oh, my goodness. We had a little bit of an extended weekend. A lot was happening. Yes.
You're absolutely right.
It was Mother's Day.
Mama's Day was yesterday.
That's right.
My second one already.
Yeah, you worked out a weird thing. You have a 1-year-old, but you had 2 Mother's Days.
Already, yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd.
She gave birth on Mother's Day last year.
Yeah.
And my kid's birthday is today.
Yeah.
Happy first.
Happy
to the
one.
little guy.
Happy 1.
You know what's fucked up about that? He's already had his first cake at my brother's house over the weekend.
Yeah.
They brought out a little tiny cake for the kid.
Yeah.
He knew exactly what that was. How is that possible?
Kids and cake? Yeah.
But at 1?
I don't know.
Because he hasn't seen that before for himself. But
Yeah.
all of a sudden they bring it out from the kitchen. You know, we all know the deal.
Oh, the excitement.
Hey, why don't you go distract him? We're gonna light the candles now. Make believe he has a phone call in the other room.
A phone call.
All that crap. Remember all that?
Yeah. What are you? He's 1.
If the family's together, I'm not even talking about my 1-year-old. I'm just talking in general.
Yeah.
If your family's together and it's about your birthday, is there really going to be a surprise happening when you bring out the cake?
You hear like a
Hey, get in the living room. We're going to light the cake now.
and then the lights start going down. And
Yeah.
I go, wow.
I
I didn't see this coming.
My birthday tomorrow.
Wasn't expecting this at the big family get-together.
But they pulled that tiny little cake out with 1 candle on it, and he
Yeah.
knew exactly what that was about. What is it, in your DNA?
I guess it is as a kid.
I don't
They
get
just
it.
kind of know what good kid stuff is.
Yeah.
Sweet, cakey stuffs.
Did you do anything for your mom yesterday?
Yeah, we went out to the Snapper down there on the South Shore. The Snapper.
What the hell's the Snapper?
It's a seafood, kind of steaky seafood place in Oakdale.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was nice. Went out there.
On the water?
Yep.
Nice.
Right there on the water in Oakdale.
Very cool.
And, yeah, Joe and Dawn and, you know, little Warren, little
yeah.
Warren Dean and little Layla.
They're not
So it was
little
kind of
anymore. How old are they?
Like friggin' 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
Whatever the hell
No,
they
they're
are,
still
you know?
little.
Yeah.
I
But
thought you were going to say 12 and 14.
no, but they're yapping like crazy and, you know, walking
kids?
around. Yeah, they're like, they're more people than baby now, you know? Because they start talking and things like that.
Right.
And they identify things. And like you said, even a 1-year-old that knows like that good stuff, like forget it. Once they hit their 2s and shit, then they know everything. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's good. That stuff's shit.
Right.
I don't like that.
I'm not going to eat that. I'll eat that a little bit.
Warren's my little nephew, my sister Dawn and Patrick's kid, and my little godson. He comes up to me, and he's like, Uncle Anthony, give me the keys to your car. You little fucker. He can't even say it. He's
Really?
like, I want the Chevy.
Oh, that's great.
Give me the Chevy.
He calls it the Chevy.
The Chevy. And, of course, I tossed him the keys. He took it around for a little while.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Took it for a spin.
You got to let the kid have what he wants at that age.
They got to start early.
Yeah, did that.
Uh-huh.
You know, that was fun. And then the other 2 kids, Mom and Sal.
Oh, really?
Trying to deal with them. I was waiting, you know, because you get, you know, Warren running around the tables and shit and doing all the stuff kids do that I freak out about.
Yeah.
And I'm like on, I just see the waiters with hot things of coffee and
At any moment, something bad can happen.
it's just like, it could just put the kid in his seat, please.
Welcome to the life of a parent. You only have to worry about that every once in a while.
I know.
That's every day.
Thank God. I look around and
That's
I'm like,
every day.
I'm slipping the waitress like a C note, just going, look, I understand. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm apologizing with money. I'm just like, here, take this so I can, you know, sit here and not be kicked out.
That's your thing though. You throw money at things,
I
hoping
just
it goes
throw
away.
money. Please make this go away. I would like, you know what? After the bill,
You would
I
be
wanted
a great
to stay.
parent, man.
Oh, just take care of this, huh?
Right.
Hey. And I wanted to, you know, have another espresso with a little sambuca, nice guinea wop thing to do after dinner. But the bill had come already; it was paid, and I know the kids were, you know, running around, and the waiters and waitresses were kind of, you know, yeah, it's a lot of work for waiters and waitresses that have been there the entire day.
Right.
We were like the last table to leave, and Mother's Day, you know, it's packed and everything. So I just felt compelled. I'm like, here, you just I go, dude, whatever the bill is for the espresso and stuff, me and my brother and shit like that, I'm just like, here, take this, and I understand.
Enjoy. It's Mother's Day.
I'm sorry.
But you skipped over. Your mom and Sal are becoming kids.
Oh, now they're just,
right.
Kids. Like, yes, Sal, we'll take that. See, and then it's like, Patrick at one point was like, and it was all inclusive, the menu, Yeah. It's like, I don't want an appetizer, because I really don't want an appetizer. And that caused confusion, like a shuttle launch. What? It's included. Well, and then trying to explain to Sal that, you can get 2 appetizers now because Patrick doesn't want one. Wait, why do I get 2? No. See, Patrick didn't get his. And then I'm just like, maybe Patrick should just order one. And then he's like, Sal, what do you want? Because I'll just give it to you. I don't think I could get to. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look, now he's up running around the table. Sal, sit down.
I think you enter this world as a kid and you leave this world
and you
as a kid.
just leave it as a child.
Absolutely.
It was just insanity.
Well, that's great. I just want to acknowledge allergies.
Oh, yeah, you got it. I heard you. You're pretty stuffy this morning.
I want to acknowledge allergies because I know there's others out there. I like relating to the people.
Others suffering.
Well, that green shit that you see on everything is death for a lot of us.
When you get in your car and you start backing out the driveway and you look at your hood and go, what the fuck?
Did it snow last night?
What is that stuff? It's everywhere.
Well, fuck, man. It's been a rough 3 days.
The green death.
I've tried everything, and then I got medicine head because I tried everything just to get it out of my system.
Yeah.
Because we had a busy weekend.
What'd you try?
A little Oxy,
What'd you try?
Fucking
Heron.
Finally, a few beers, actually. Just
a couple of beers.
Just to numb everything.
Yeah,
and then
do
you don't give a fuck. You're sneezing every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Look at my face. This is an allergy face. My eyes are shut.
Between a cold and an allergy, because I had the cold last week, you have the allergy going.
Right.
Is there nothing fucking worse than blowing your nose and having it clear for exactly 3 seconds?
Isn't that the greatest feeling ever, though?
It's like, for 3 seconds, you're like, and then it's, where did the snot come from?
But as soon as you get that clear passage, you're just in heaven. Like, that's all you want from life. But this fucking allergy season, I tweeted about it, and some people said in their area, I'm not sure exactly where, the shelves were empty.
Really?
That's how bad it is. People are just grabbing everything they can.
Or making crystal meth.
But I know.
That's a good ingredient.
Yeah, because there's a lot of allergy medications you do have to sign for now.
Yeah,
but
now
what does that fucking mean anyway?
I know. It's like, stop. First of all, that should only be a law south of the Mason-Dixon line.
Sure.
I don't think anybody up here is really cooking up meth these days.
Right. And my fucking allergist could go suck a fucking big fat cock.
Ooh. Is he gay?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm going to say that. I don't know. And now I'm going to give his name out, the piece of shit. He's one of these doctors. So obviously, I went last year, and I got all the shit I need. He prescribed this. It's better than Claritin D. I got the nose spray. I got all this crap. I got something I can take during the day, something that I take at night so it opens up the passageway so I can sleep properly, right?
Yeah.
So I run out of all this shit, and I don't even think about it because it's only like May that really kills me, and then it goes away, and I don't even think.
So you don't need it.
So I go to my pharmacist, and I want to get all these prescriptions renewed. They're like, oh, yeah, the prescriptions ran out. We're going to have to call your urologist. I'm like, okay, I'm sure he's one of these cool doctors where he'll just go, oh, yeah, I know exactly what this is, no problem. They call me back a few hours later, and they go, yeah, he denied rewriting them. He wants to see you. What could have changed in a year except you need a couple fucking $100 off me?
Needs a couple of bucks from the insurance company.
For a fucking doctor's visit.
Yeah, the insurance company.
So guess who's not my fucking allergist anymore? Time to find a new one that understands this shit. I don't have time to go to his office, and it's not just a quick visit. You sit in the waiting room for an hour.
Yep.
And then you go into the other room for an hour, and then finally they see you. For what?
Yeah.
So he could get a few bucks off me?
So how you feeling? Let me see. Yeah, it's allergies.
Right.
Let me write you some prescriptions.
It's the same shit as last year. There's nothing that could have changed. I had all the tests, and I learned that I'm allergic to trees and grass. And you might ask, what kind of trees, Hope? What kind of grass? No, trees and grass.
In general.
Yeah, across the board.
You're allergic to what amounts to the planet Earth.
Yes.
You can't really live on this planet without having an allergy.
I'm allergic to the Earth's hair.
Anything that protrudes from the Earth. you're allergic
So
to.
why the fuck does he need to see me again?
For the insurance money.
That's all.
That's it. Scumbag.
And I'm like, really? And then I called the guy I wanted to call to get him on the phone and bitch to him personally, but I couldn't get him. So I had his receptionist on, and then I was curious, like, hey, he says he needs to see me. Yeah, we could fit you in next Tuesday. I'm like, I'm dying right now.
How about you fit me in now?
So needless,
if I have to come in.
Needless to say, he's not my allergist anymore. He could go fuck himself, and I got all my medications.
Oh,
legally,
nice.
by the way.
Of course.
There's always ways around shit. So goodbye to you, asshole.
Goodbye
and I know he listens to the show.
Goodbye to you. A meth lab blew up on Long Island like 2 weeks ago?
Really?
Well, fuck me running. I guess
I'll find if you want, I could find the article, but the entire house blew up.
I'm sure it was a biker gang.
Well, now we know why that aisle at the Dwayne Reed had nothing.
Right. Did you come in wearing your colors and a bandana around your head? Because I think biker gangs are the only ones really making it.
And I had to. I was part of a communion this weekend, and I was telling you before the show.
Yeah.
And people. I don't know what I believe after we're done here. I do know this, that I'm having a really fucking tough time with organized religion in general.
Are you troubled and toiling?
Not even
over religion.
Not
even toiling.
Not even troubled, but that organized part of it is really fucking strange to me.
I like disorganized religion, where they just throw communion wafers around and you try to grab them out of midair.
I would join that.
Disorganized religion.
I would kind of join that. And my little niece...
pull! You yell pull and they shoot it out of a thing and you have to catch it in your mouth.
Like one of those fucking shirt guns.
It's all willy-nilly, yeah.
Well, speaking of willy-nilly, the priest... there's a couple things I want to say.
He touched willy-nilly?
But you said willy-nilly, so I'll say this. You know when they go down the aisle and all of a sudden they have to sprinkle holy water?
Yeah.
What if you're not hit with the holy water? What does that mean?
That's very willy-nilly, the way they do that, because I would like to get a little drip. And when you feel a little like, oh, okay, he hit me with that.
Right. And he was a left-handed priest, which
southpaw.
We all know left-handers are, there's something, it's an evolution thing. Yeah. Left-handers are going away, so you're a little weaker than the right-handers, and you're fucking giving out the holy water with that weird southpaw style.
Southpaw style, you got
He went sidearm southpaw.
Yeah.
And I didn't get fucking hit with water, so what does that mean?
You got to go midway into the pew with a southpaw, because he's going to launch over the front of
he's like this.
The row.
All willy-nilly, like you
like
get
some knuckleball.
You get some holy water. You
did you at least get some incense smoke?
And then he's like, phew. No, man.
You didn't get any incense smoke either?
No, man.
I feel bad when I don't get the smoke. When they walk down the aisle and they're waving that lantern with the smoke coming out of it.
What religion is that? Is that the Catholics?
Yeah, the Catholics do that. I think they do it. I think that's a funeral, though.
Because I believe it or not, I go to church more than people realize.
Really?
There's always somebody getting a communion, a fucking water on the head.
Well, I hope not.
Not a water head.
Right.
Water
it's different.
on
Water on the head.
Right.
The christening.
Yeah, as long as the water's outside the head, you're okay.
Yeah. Once it's inside, there's a problem.
Sorry. What am I doing? I'm sorry. That's hell on earth. I know.
I'm sorry.
I understand. I'm sorry to you people.
It's
But anyway, my little niece, it was her communion. And I got a brother who's a shut-in, so I had to, step up and be one of the guys that, walks her up the aisle.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the godfather. Somebody else in my family is, but I don't know. They were too busy doing whatever they do. And, I was telling you before the show, it's like a cult. Even like the Catholic religion, that's one of the biggies.
That's the top.
That's one of the big religions.
Top 3, I would say.
So all the little kids are walking up to receive communion for the first time, those weird wafers that taste like nothing.
The wafer.
You think after all these years they would update the taste of the wafer, too.
Make them like berry. Have the crunch berries in them or something.
Something.
Yeah.
Why not?
Honey nut.
I think Jesus liked to eat.
Yeah.
So
why does his body have to be so bland?
Right.
Something. Cinnamon toast wafer.
Why not?
I would dig that.
Vanilla. Vanilla's a safe.
Vanilla?
That's a safe flavor,
Whatever
right?
they flavor Apple Jacks with would be great.
Oh, my
Pumpkin
God.
spice Jesus.
Pumpkin spice Jesus.
I hate pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice. Kashi wafers.
Right. Why not? But why not?
Why not?
Why does it have to always be so fucking bland?
Like cardboard.
And boring.
It's like thin cardboard.
And monotone. Why can't we have a little fun in church? Then maybe you bring in some of the youths.
Eat my body, drink my blood.
Right.
Yeah. How come sometimes he talks, too? It's like, and now we will present the Holy Communion. Lord God, please accept this. I don't understand why the singing sometimes. Yeah, because honestly, does God or Jesus, does he go, you're not singing it, I ain't hearing it. If you ain't singing it, I ain't hearing it. This is what makes it scary, by the way. This puts the fear of God into you.
Right.
The singing part.
But this was just the music genre when it all started.
Yeah.
If Jesus was walking around today, we'd have a hip hop fucking service.
That's like a pop hit back in the day.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. That's all that's based on.
That was Justin Bieber.
Absolutely.
Of the day.
Justin Bieber, v... I don't know. I want to do a Roman numeral joke, but I fucking suck at it.
BC,
yeah.
Let's see, VXX.
Justin Pius,
fucking, Bieber, Justinus Bieberus.
Justin, there you go. There's the joke. Now we can move on.
All right.
So I'm walking, it was my turn to walk my niece up with my sister. And the lady who's in charge, she's like, okay, put your right hand on her shoulder. And all right. And then my sister had to put her left hand on her right shoulder, I guess. So
yeah.
So now we're like, I guess we're supposed to be like guiding her.
Symbolically, you're guiding her toward the religion and Jesus.
Right. But
right?
I was feeling like they recruited us to fucking recruit the little ones.
Give them the push.
And give them the push toward the priest and the wafer.
Holy shit.
There was no guidance. It was like, this is going to be okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry about it.
Two trusted people now are sending her into this religion.
That's no different than some of the fucking cult you hear about where,
of course.
Fast forward, they're all wearing sneakers and they're dead.
Cutting their nuts off or drinking Kool-Aid and laying down.
What's the difference?
Yeah, setting a fucking... Waco compound on fire.
Why not? The kids are, 11-ish, I think? I'm trying to think. About 11. So why do they need that push or that guidance?
Yeah.
They have brains themselves, so you line them up, and if one of those kids goes, fuck this, and runs for a side door, then so be it.
You ain't going anywhere.
No, we're going to push you toward the front of the church. This is just fine. Don't you worry about this.
Come with us. Come play with us, Danny.
I kind of felt that way.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Kind of pushing the kid in there.
It was a happy day for her. So
of course.
She got to wear her little dress. And
you don't want to ruin it by having a few beers and going, all this is bullshit. Little kid's like, I'm feeling like all full of like life and Jesus and everything. And
look,
Uncle Opie's wrecking the whole goddamn thing.
I'm with Troy on this one. I got questions.
Conspiracies going on
I got questions.
In the religion?
But I don't
think there is?
But I don't think it's up to me to, you got to kind of push these little fuckers forward and then let them figure it out later on.
Yeah.
That's my thought on the whole thing. Let them have their own questions eventually.
Yeah, eventually they'll say...
You got to at least push them down the path and then see what happens.
Like, they don't teach them about, like, zombie Jesus that early, do they? I think they do.
Jesus.
That he died and then he, like, rolls a stone away and comes back to life?
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens.
And the kids don't go like, how the fuck does that happen?
I'll tell you this much. If you have a good priest that could kind of talk off the cuff, then I don't mind going.
You need a priest that could work the crowd?
Work the crowd. You need kind of a Rich Voss.
Can Rich
Voss work a crowd?
Father Voss.
We like to beat him up, but can that guy work a crowd?
Rich would make a great priest.
Okay.
He can work a crowd.
But when you got these milk toast, run-of-the-mill priests that just have nothing, then it's a complete waste of time.
Pontius Pilate wants me flogged, so I'm dodging him.
Right. But if a guy could get up there and kind of just fucking talk to the people for, what is it? That part's maybe 10 minutes, maybe?
Yeah.
That's all right. But you don't find many of those guys is the problem.
The Baptists don't like to eat the coochie. But I will.
Because the damn Filipinos are taking over the churches. I don't know what the fuck
half
these guys are saying. Yeah, I had one priest. He said body of Christ all day. What the hell is a body of Christ?
Body of Christ.
I'm not joking, yeah. I think I told that story. It was a Christmas Mass I went to down in Philly. And
Christmas Mass?
And the guy the whole time was going, here's the body of Christ.
Body of Christ.
So am I in the wrong fucking religion now because I took the body of Christ?
Is he going to understand? Is Jesus going to understand that?
I sure hope so. And I hope Jesus understands that I wanted some of that holy water, but the stupid Southpaw priest didn't hit me with any. So what the fuck does that mean in the end?
You have a lot of questions when you
I got questions.
There. You got a lot of questions.
I'm a Troy Kwan on this one. I got questions. Nah, it's just the organized part that's a little weird for me. But.
Yeah. I don't usually go I do go for events like you said.
Right.
But I don't have that many events. Mm-hmm. Like now, there's an occasional christening, some communions, things like that.
Right.
But they're few and far between, and that's pretty much the only time I go.
Right.
Funerals, obviously, you gotta fucking sit there, which those are just fucking ugh.
Well, it depends who dies. Older people dying, it's a party.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not even joking. It's a party.
You're right. You get back to the house and you're just like,
and why can't we upgrade the wake food? I was just thinking this over the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you go to a wake and then you got to go to someone's house in between, like I don't know, the wake fucking
wake food
showings, whatever. It's always some shitty sub.
Yeah, they get the long, the 6 foot hero.
Why is it like Thanksgiving? You got an aunt or somebody that brings their special dish, but for wakes they don't bring the special dish.
Maybe she's the one that died.
So you got the shitty food.
Yeah,
that's what we can upgrade.
We usually have some good stuff though.
No matter what?
Yeah, the Kumi, kind of, and then my mom's side of the family. My mom's side of the family, really.
They know how to cook?
They do a good spread on the old funeral. When someone old dies, and you come back to the house, Uncle Tony pops some good wine.
Nice.
Sit there with some pasta.
Nice.
And shit. That's nice. So I've never had a complaint about that. But just sitting in the church while the priest is going over that, and the guest of honor is rolled up in front for everybody to see the box. And you're just kind of like, oh, this sucks. And that's when they bring out that smoky thing.
Oh, the smoky thing's for wakes, I guess.
Yeah. And
you're right. I have seen the smoky
thing. They wave
thing.
the smoke over the casket like it's like, well, that guy ain't going to go to heaven if you don't wave that smoke over the casket.
What if they missed the guy? What if the priest was a little hungover that day and didn't do the smoke part
Not enough
properly?
smoke. And then he hits the casket with the water, right? He goes at the casket with the water, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But the water doesn't hit the guy. It hits some
piece of wood.
Some asshole's fucking casket that you bought from a basement
shiny,
somewhere.
Buffed up piece of wood.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that organized crap either.
Then I had to take a wafer this weekend. And then I'm sitting there. I guess I'm supposed to pray about shit.
Really?
And then you start thinking about stuff you don't even care about.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you have to.
Oh, yeah, when they make you pray and you're just like,
Of course, I'll do a quick one for my son, my wife and stuff. Then after that, I'm like, that's about it. But now I got to make up shit. Because I'm not kneeling long enough like everybody else.
Everyone else has these prayers for the world and stuff, I guess. And I just wind up sitting there going like, because I don't even know how to talk to Jesus or God or anything. So I'm just kind of like, it's silent, you think in your head, you don't actually say it out loud, but you're just kind of like, I'm God, hi. Mm-hmm. I could,
Hi, it's me again.
Health for, my loved ones.
Hi, it's me.
I wonder what she's praying for. Pray for a skinnier ass. Oh, sorry, God. I should be praying, but I'm making fun of people.
Right.
God.
Then you got to shake everyone's hand.
I don't like that thing either.
Well, they should hand out some of the Perel. That should be at the end of every pew, I think.
I think
so on your way out, you can Perel up.
I think I figure God will cleanse you for that in church.
Look, like I said, I had allergies all weekend. So where do you think half the snot went?
On your hands.
And I probably shook 7 strangers' hands. So I don't know. Hey, I had to shake your hand. God said so.
And what are you supposed to say? Like, God be with you or something?
Peace be with you. I think.
Peace be with you. And you're like, yeah, how about fucking bacteria be with you,
right,
motherfucker?
And then it's that
old, your hand.
Then it's that old gag. If that guy is cutting you off in the parking lot getting out of the church, there's no more peace be with you.
Peace be with you,
like,
yeah.
Hey, motherfucker, get out of my way.
Move, asshole!
Right.
It all goes out the window. It all goes out the stained glass window once you leave, doesn't it?
For the people keeping track at home,
yeah.
Claritin D.
Does that work?
Is working today. Fuck yeah, I got 2 fucking clear nostrils. Let's see what this fucking thing can do today.
That's great. Like we were saying, why is it when one nostril's clogged, it'll ruin your whole day?
I don't know.
It's like it just ruins. You can breathe, but it's only one nostril.
Totally clear. Yeah, my left was closed when we came in here today. So I don't know. The communion thing was weird to me. Pushing him forward. I felt like I was pushing him forward, like I was pushing her into the cult. I don't want to be the guy pushing anyone into a cult.
That's how they do it. Get the most trusted people, to push them into the cult.
Right, and then
how they've always done it.
And then my brother named his daughter a name that's a little unique, but not that crazy.
What, the middle name or
a regular name?
Oh, the regular name.
And so the priest leans over. He's half deaf, and he doesn't even seem that old. And he's like, "What's her name?" And we say it. We had to tell the guy 6 times before he got it right. I'm like, is that messing it up with the Jesus and the God?
Yeah, because now Jesus is like, I don't know. He's looking in the book.
The guy is welcoming her to the religion. He doesn't even know her fucking. He can't even hear well enough to get her name right.
You know why? They're humans. They're human.
So why
beings.
are we trusting them to be the connection between us and the God guy?
I don't know. I never understood that. Like, I know the Pope is infallible, right? The Pope is supposed to be infallible. Like, he can't make a mistake. No matter what he does, it ain't a mistake.
But when he was, because to me there was only one Pope. This new guy I don't even acknowledge. When he was like laying in bed before he fell asleep, he knew he was just a man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
he's the Pope. He's like holy.
Everyone else was like, oh my God, he's the Pope and he's holy. But when that guy was like, trying to get to sleep at night, he knew he was just a man.
Like, I'm just a guy.
And he was just hoping that, it didn't crack while he was walking around.
Tossing and turning with the problems of the world.
But he knew he was just
I'm just a guy. How am I going to fix anything? I'm
sorry,
the Pope.
Sorry for you religious people, but he had the same shit that we think about when we fall asleep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But then you get the priests, which are like, they're just guys, so they can make mistakes all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
They're not infallible.
Right.
So, you got to get a good one. Like you said, they could work a crowd. They got a good rap, something like that. And if you get a guy that's, like any other job, there's good people and there's fuck-ups.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, if the priest could work the room, then I have no problem going. This guy writes, when one nostril closes, God opens another.
See?
Thank you, God.
That should give you a little faith.
Thank you. and then the priest had a crackly microphone. So we couldn't hear half the shit. So what does that mean? Like the important words that were supposed to go into the little kid's head?
They're missing half of it?
They're missing half the words.
Was it like that one most annoying 30 seconds where our show cuts out?
It was exactly like that. I think that might be the winner. We got to
that is a good one.
We got to pick a winner today.
Yeah, we were supposed to do that Friday, but wow.
But it was an all right weekend.
Holiday.
We were taking Friday off just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
It turns out I wouldn't have been able to work Friday with these allergies.
Yeah, was that
Friday
bad?
was so fucking bad.
Oh.
So bad.
Ugh.
And you don't get them, huh?
No, I don't usually get the allergy. I'll get them for like a second or two when I first go outside. I'll be like, oh, God,
couple sneezes and that's it?
Yeah, a few sneezes. The eyes will get all runny and shit.
Do you get the itchy eyes?
Yeah.
I get the itchy eyes. Way worse than the stuffy nose.
Yeah.
You want to rip your eyeballs out of your head.
They're tearing.
The corners.
Yeah.
These 2 corners, I probably did damage to
you're like rubbing them raw. You rub them to the point where you open your eyes and you're blind except for white light. It's like, doesn't that scare you for a few seconds?
Yeah.
When you rub your eyes a little too hard and you're like, oh, that feels good. Oh, I'm blind.
Right.
I'm blind except for white lights. It came back.
That's just
I get very frightened.
That's just the fucking the pollen. Yeah, we're gonna get into this Osama thing. It's everywhere.
Oh yeah.
I guess we could start. I asked Dan before the show, do you feel better that this evil person was just a guy in the end? Just an aging old guy? We all had visions of where Osama was, what he was doing. Even when we thought he was in a cave, I thought he had one of those fucking caves. Like it was like a man cave.
Like a cave with some electronic equipment and there's people. Everyone's packing a fucking AK and all kinds of weapons and grenades, right?
Well, think like Batman.
Right.
Think
a lot of technology.
Think Austin Powers. You're in a cave, but it doesn't matter. It's jacked up.
But it's like an evil lair.
Yeah, you got fucking hot blondes with Uzis at the
cronies dressed in uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah. cronies.
That was sort of my vision in a way, maybe a little more, maybe downplayed a little bit. But my vision was
Minions.
If he was in a cave or some kind of compound, it was a place you would want to live.
Yeah. Like cool, and he's constantly like in the lead. He's constantly blurting orders out, and someone's going, "Yes, sir," and running, and entering things into electronic equipment.
A Shark Tank, taking out a minion every once in a while because they weren't doing their jobs properly.
Yeah, doing all kinds of experiments.
So they had to be on a floor where the Shark Tank floor is slowly
the floor opens
separating,
and he's like, "Ah!" and Osama just goes, "Ha ha ha!" and pets a cat.
Right. Instead of killing him instantly, you gotta make him suffer for 3 days as this thing slowly opens and then he falls into the Shark Tank.
Bond villain, of course.
But it turns out, man, he was living shitty.
If he hadn't been as dastardly and nasty a gentleman as he was, seeing that picture almost made me feel bad.
Almost.
How do you? It almost like if it was anybody else.
You got to explain yourself because people will get mad at that statement.
Oh, well, fuck
But
that.
as a human being, you almost feel sorry for anyone.
If it was anyone but
aging.
him, like if that was just somebody. Some person that was in the news for a complete different reason. Like maybe he was the guy that invented something cool many years ago.
Right.
And you saw him in that cave with the shitty little tattered blanket watching a TV that Sam Roberts wouldn't even take from Eric Nagel.
He had a square TV.
A square little fucking portable TV.
How does the most evil guy on the planet have only a square TV?
Square TV and that dumb remote. And you could tell his arm was up and cocked in a certain way where the remote doesn't work if he has it down too low. He's like, god damn.
He knows the remote needs batteries, but it's such a pain in the ass to just even get batteries for your remote.
He's got Time Warner. He wants Fios really badly. It just sucked.
And then the guy was like anyone else, man. He sees himself on TV and he gets off on that.
You got to stop and watch. What are they saying about me?
Right.
I was like when we got fired, we would always stop. What are they saying about us? Yeah, it's Osama. He was there with the blanket. And the whole place probably reeked.
I stopped doing that years ago because now I know if our faces ever pop up on TV, which it does from time to time, still to this day, I just know it's something bad. I know they're just saying some shitty thing about
recapping something shitty.
I don't even go there anymore.
It's an anniversary of something shitty. Someone else did something shitty, and they need to compare it to our shittiness.
Right.
It's always the same fucking thing.
And we've done some good things.
Yeah. I
understand the media doesn't really work that way, but one time I would like to see myself on TV where maybe I did something nice. But we know that's not possible.
No.
And then like you said, he had the shitty blanket, the shitty TV with the shitty reception.
Yeah.
The room looked horrible.
Yeah, there was extension cords like on the wall.
You would think if you were one of the people in Al-Qaeda, you would send him something nice.
Yeah, he's really made a name for your company.
For his time in exile, right?
Yeah.
You would sneak in a flat screen TV.
Something.
You would sneak in a PlayStation, something.
Yeah. Give him something nice to sit there, sit on, maybe a new blanket, maybe a Snuggie. Something so he doesn't have to. His arms looked a little chilly out with the remote when he could have been in a little Snuggie.
That guy loved America.
Oh,
he would have loved to have the comforts of America.
Of course.
He was so fucking torn in his head.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, it is the jealousy of people that have to adhere so strictly to that religion of our lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And I think that really promotes the hatred and shit. And I believe he was exactly like that. Looked at Western culture and went like, wow. I got a fuckload of money. Mm-hmm. I would love to be able to go to Vegas and just fucking sit. Imagine Osama bin Laden, tall guy, chicks. There were a few sort of ethnic girls that seemed to dig his look. Could you see him at the crap table? Just fucking rolling them bones. Yeah, motherfucker! And he's just like, this guy, you just spilled coffee. You spilled my coffee. Well, you fucking bitch.
That's a sign you got me. That was funny.
And he's just like having fun in Vegas. Yeah. He'd have loved it.
Absolutely.
He'd have loved it. But no, he chose the other direction.
But instead, he's got a shitty blanket that has bed bugs on it or some kind of critters from the Middle East.
That's awful.
And then he had the really gray beard. He was a Just for Men guy.
Yeah, he would dye his beard black.
Isn't that a Western thing?
I would think so. It seems to be something of pride and pride has no room in Islamic cultures. But yeah, that seemed to be some kind of a pride thing with him.
And he had a soft noodle, we're learning, because he had some of that.
He had herbal.
Thank you, herbal
erectile
Viagra.
Dysfunction medicine.
Right.
I guess he couldn't get a rod for his wives.
You think we're making up some of this shit?
You think the news would be leaking out some Washington shit that they're planting?
Yeah.
It's like, we won't show you the pictures, but we'll tell you he can't get a rod.
He can't get a rod. He had to dye his hair.
He's dyeing his hair. He can't get a rod. There are outtakes of his videos, his horrific kill the U.S. videos. Apparently, there's some outtakes.
And that movie, I forgot the name of it. Was it called Four Lions? Was that the name of it?
I think about it. Yeah.
It was. And we had the director in.
Yes.
About the terror cells and stuff, and he portrayed these guys making their tapes, and he was the one that brought it to my attention. Like, wow, these guys don't do it in one take.
They goof up.
Even if you're really evil.
Yeah, you got to start laughing.
You don't get it in one take, and Osama couldn't get it in one take, so they got all the outtakes of his terror videos.
Remember in True Lies? With Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Right.
When they were videotaping the head terrorist guy?
Right.
And you see the battery light flashing, he's like, Batteries!
Yeah.
Batteries!
Yeah.
It's like, get new battery! It's all mad.
Does that make you sleep better at night knowing he was just kind of this guy?
I don't know if it changes my opinion of if they're any more or less dangerous or not. I think it reinforces the fact that no matter what you do, where you are, where you work, people are just people. Mm-hmm. Like, that guy was just the guy. Mm-hmm. And believe me, I'm glad he got 2 in the fucking face.
Don't even question that with us.
But
very happy.
But we did, after 10 years on the lam, and after what he did on 9/11, him and his people, you kind of built him up into this monstrous guy. Like you portrayed the cave as this technologically advanced terror network thing.
We had fun with that, but I really thought he had some shit in it.
Right.
Whether it was a cave or some compound.
Pakistan. As we thought the White House had some kind of secret missiles and the Pentagon that was supposed to come out and shoot anything down that might have come across its airspace, which we realized that didn't exist.
Oh, wow. So the other side of the coin is just as
the same thing.
Just as creepy.
We're just a bunch of dummies doing our jobs as good or as lousy as we did when we got our first gig. No, it works. The biggest parts of government and entertainment and everything else that you never really get to see are run just as shitty as a Wendy's or a McDonald's or your corporate office that you work at. There are good people, there are shitheads, there are people that work, there are lazy bums. It's all the same.
You know what bothered me about the Obama thing on, what was it, 60 Minutes last night?
Yeah.
And I know you're not an Obama guy, but I'll tell you, when they did a close-up to it, this is my world.
Yeah.
They did a close-up, and it was a side shot, and I'm like, the president of the United States had a few ear hairs.
Ear hairs?
Coming out of the ear.
Are you kidding?
And I'm like, you're the president.
Some people should tell you that.
And it wasn't a lot. It wasn't like moss. It was just a couple. It was like 2.
He missed them?
And it really bothered me.
Someone should go over him, like orbit his head from like 4 inches away.
And just
pluck
everything out.
And be, all right, there's a little hair right there.
Because I pluck that shit out. I don't leave the house knowing I have maybe a hair popping out of my actual ear. Not the outside of the ear. This thing was coming from deep within.
This is the first president that is at a relatable age for me and people, in my age range.
40 something?
I think he's
not even 50. Is he 50 yet?
I think in August. When's his birthday?
Wow.
When the hell's his goddamn birthday?
That's pretty young,
I
right?
gotta get him something.
How young was Clinton when he was
40.
in there?
Clinton was 40-something, right?
George W. was in his early 50s when he started, wasn't he?
Yeah. January? No. August.
August of what?
He'll be 50 on August 4th.
August 4th. Okay.
Of this month? I mean, of this year? Excuse me. Jesus.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah, so first president.
Wow.
That's, around that same age range.
Wow.
So like when you see him going through shit, you're like, oh wow, he's got to clip them ear hairs.
Yeah,
he's got to watch them brows.
He's at that age where shit you never had to worry about all of a sudden starts happening.
Yeah.
All of a sudden the eyebrow hair starts fucking sprouting.
He's like, Michelle, I got up, I sneezed, now I can't move my neck.
Yeah.
Sucks, I got a speech. I can't move my neck because I sneezed. What the fuck is going on?
But, where were we? Yeah, the Bin Laden thing.
Yeah, he was giving a speech.
Everyone wants to see the death pictures. Government should release a picture to show the world that he had a tiny little fucking schmeckle.
A tiny dick? You think the death picture should be a penis?
Well, that would make everyone happy, at least. Well, at least have that.
And in essence, they did say that.
That he had a small
well,
schmeckle.
That he needed a little assistance.
Well, he had a soft noodle.
Yeah.
It could have been a big noodle that was just soft.
Yeah, but once it's soft, does it matter if it's
Are they
big
known
or
for
not?
having big schmeckles?
I don't know.
In that part of the world?
If the, well, he's Saudi.
Does the Saudis have the big schmeckles?
You never really hear about Saudis with big cocks.
They get a lot of skin that might make it.
I think there is a
right?
lot of like foreskin going on over there. There's a lot of foreskin going on in the Saudis community.
Pops out like a groundhog.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. That thing's got to travel through a fucking tunnel before it comes out. Through the old flesh tunnel.
What else from the weekend? When we get back, we're gonna take a serious tone because Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh God.
Thank God we didn't become friends with her. We almost became friends with her. But I can't be friends with people like I could be friends with like Anthony and people that like politically are different than me. That's fine. But when you get to the point of saying the shit that Rosie O'Donnell says,
delusional. It's
delusional. And
delusional.
Michael Moore says,
yeah, Michael Moore also.
See, if I cared about politics, I could debate you a little more, but I don't. That's my problem.
Delusional.
But
crap.
this is the shit. Like, how do you even be friends with people like this?
Yeah. And what's going through their fucking heads that they say shit like this? All it reminds me is, it will forever remind me that people just forget how angry they were.
Not all people. Because I bet you they would have thought this way right around 9/11. Too.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, probably.
You almost want to give them a pass and say, well, it's been 10 years, so maybe they forgot. These two people right here, I am convinced, had the same thought if we caught Osama Bin Laden less than a year after 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
I would bet the farm on that one.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But I don't have a farm, so that's an easy bet for me.
Would you lose it on? Did you bet it on some other prior thing that was obvious? I'd have bet the farm on that. Fuck, I lost.
Oh, that's right. I lost the farm on that last bet, Bob.
Shit.
And I also want to acknowledge that Bob Costas, once again, is the biggest douche in sports.
Makes it about him all the time.
You watched the Kentucky Derby, right?
Yes, I did.
20-1 fucking long shot wins the damn thing. Wow.
Yeah.
What was the name of the horse again?
Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom.
But more importantly, Bob Costas with his over-the-top melodramatic opening.
Every sports event he's hosting, he needs that dramatic music, a lot of clips, and his amazing voiceover to inspire people.
And I thought for a while that it was sports in general, and then it finally hit me because Bob Costas has had a bunch of big ones in the last year.
Yeah.
It's only Bob Costas.
Yeah.
If another channel has a sporting event, they'd never go this crazy with the melodramatic, with the shadows and the early morning with the tiny little horses. And will they become the next Kentucky Derby winner? Not acknowledging that the life of a Kentucky Derby horse is shitty.
Do you think they used to do that on Wide World of Sports when they would talk up the people? And
I don't know. Maybe a little bit. But not. Yeah. I know sports does it in general, but not to the significance that Bob Costas does.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Bob Costas wants to be known as this guy.
NFL Films does it. Like when they're talking about a game and it's that film look.
Yeah, but it's
like, and then the Miami Dolphins took the field, and it shows slow motion them running out. There's Dan Marino running.
There it is.
Like, and
the frozen tundra.
Yes.
The frozen tundra of Green Bay.
Frozen field, these two combatants went head to head.
These gladiators.
Yes. Slow motion. There's the ball spiraling through the air. Holy shit. great. It's a perfect throw.
The spear. Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah.
Gets you a little pumped up.
That really, I don't think as a guy you could pass by that channel when that's happening.
Never, man.
Like you're like, I don't even know what the fuck this is, but it's NFL Films and it's badass.
We all got what we could deal with. I like that. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, that shit's cool.
This Bob Costas shit, though. I got the open. You want to go through it real fast before the first break? Bob Costas, Kentucky Derby broadcast intro. By the way, what was it? 2.5, 3 hours of pre-show for a 2-minute race.
A lot of hats, Opie. A lot of coverage of the hats, which were huge. Jimmy Norton tweeted a couple of pictures of his costumes and hats that he had to wear because he's doing something for Leno.
One of his pictures went viral.
Yeah.
Reddit picked it up.
Yeah.
He got a lot of views on one of his pictures.
It is ridiculous.
Did you see the one where he's dressed like an old lady?
Of course. It was ridiculous.
Unbelievable. Good for him, though.
I did a quick compound show.
Around the Derby?
For the Derby. It was quick. It was like 45 minutes. All I did was a little pre-show and then covered the race, and then I was done.
Right.
But we had to have the big hats on.
Oh, good.
So I was wearing ridiculous hats.
I want to see Ant's hat.
It was fun. I had a big hat.
Did you have the proper hat? What about the hat?
It doesn't matter as long as it's ridiculous.
So did you make your own hat?
No, I used one from my Halloween costume. Remember? The D'Artagnan hat? Yeah. That's all.
Did you put a few flowers on
it? And Melissa had a big hat, too, with a big butterfly on it.
Oh, perfect.
All we did was go to CVS, grab a floppy hat, and then some shit in the toy section, and just threw it on her hat. And it looked ridiculously silly.
Oh, there it is. The modern-day gladiators. Thank you, Jay.
Yes.
Modern-day
gladiators.
In the frozen tundra of Green Bay. Here's Bob Costas and his over-the-top open. Yuck. We'll have to stop this.
It's Derby Day in Louisville.
Already epic. The music, epic.
Epic for a 2-minute horse race.
Yeah.
And if one of these fucking horses breaks an ankle, guess what happens? They shoot it in front of everybody.
Whoa.
And then what you say?
Power winch the cable around the neck and pull him into the fucking trailer. There I am. That's my hat that I was wearing.
All right.
Which, that's a good hat.
That's your Derby hat.
That's my Derby hat.
The Derby meets the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. And then there's, look at that.
See, she's got the proper hat.
Right. There's a big yellow butterfly on it. It's a pink floppy hat.
There you go.
But it was very important to pop on.
That's more Derby-like.
And see the hats.
But are guys wearing hats at the Derby?
Yeah, I think some guys wear some wacky hats. But every time I turn my head, I'd whip her in the face with my big plumage, with my big feathers. So it was a little annoying. Stupid
wonder how many fistfights at the Derby because of that.
Oh, because of the hat. I can't say my horse,
because the horse goes from the left to the right, and then you're hitting the person to your right with your plumage.
Hat. Remove your hat, miss, or I'll get a black gentleman in an elevator to do it for me.
Bob Costas.
Kentucky, the biggest event in horse racing, surrounded by one of the biggest parties of the year. It's all been ongoing in and around Churchill Downs since the gates opened at 8 a.m., and some 150,000 have poured onto the grounds since then. Hat wear, haberdashery, some of it dubious, and high hopes for wagers placed across the board.
This is not really the one I was hoping for. It's bad. Yeah. I'm talking about the one where they show the fowls. Are they called
foals? The little foals.
Like early morning.
Yeah.
Trotting out to the racetrack, and you see the dew.
Yeah.
And they make it dramatic that every spring you got these little shitty horses, and maybe someday there'll be a Kentucky Derby winner.
Maybe one day.
Right.
In this uncommonly wide-open field, Dialed In was the morning line favorite. Although there are those who argue that any horse Calvin Burrell is riding should be the most feared mount on the field. Burrell...
Can he do all this shit without the epic music?
The epic music behind him? Probably not. Then it would just
be atop twice the appeal, shooting for an unprecedented third straight Derby victory and his fourth in 5 years. Off the track, mint juleps, of course, are the signature refreshment, enjoyed by many in attendance, the masses in the infield, and the familiar faces making their arrivals as well. It's all leading up to the 11th race of the day. 19 3-year-olds traveling 1.25 miles, framed by the Twin Spires. The most exciting 2 minutes in sports. The 137th Kentucky Derby.
This wasn't the one I was thinking of. That's fine, though. I mean, it still pushes our
very, very dramatic. A lot of pomp and circumstance.
That's the other one he did with the hope for all the the little horses.
The little horses. Well, he's got to fill 2.5 hours with his own crap before the 2-minute race.
What the
before
fuck?
The minute and some odd race is over.
And I was at my brother's, and I was saying to the people there, I was thinking, how many people missed the race because they were on a beer line or something?
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. You got to make sure you get there.
I mean, if you go to a sporting event and you're online and a goal is scored or a home run or something, you're like, fuck!
Yeah.
You get mad, but at least you got more game.
The rest of the game.
These people, I guarantee there was a lot of people that didn't even see the fucking race because they were waiting for beers or something or had to go take a leak.
I missed it.
Missed the whole damn thing.
Yeah, I wagered, too. I went to an off-track betting location. First, I went to Hempstead. I went to go to Hempstead, which...
those are not your people, sir.
Wow. Let me tell you, I have not been through the heart of Hempstead in quite some time, and it... I felt like I was watching The Wire in 3D. Right. It was amazing the amount of people that I would want nothing to do with in that area. But then I pull up to... I see a building, and I see a giant satellite dish on the roof, so I know, all right, OTB.
You're in the right place.
And they had turned it into a Rainbow Shop store. It's gone.
Really?
It's gone.
Huh.
So I had to turn around and went the other way into East Meadow, and there's an OTB wagering location in a bar.
Wow.
Like, they've relegated it now where there's just these machines on the wall, and you push the buttons and shit, and it spits out the fucking tickets. Is it OTB? Yeah.
I thought OTB closed down.
It's in Nassau County. They have Nassau Downs, OTB, off-track betting. And Suffolk County still has it, but New York City doesn't have it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So New York City got rid of it.
Like,
I thought it was a New York State thing.
No, just the city. I was wondering how the hell they worked it where it's like, yeah, we want to put this inside a place that serves liquor, a bar. All right. We got it. We'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah, but go after violent video games because that's scary, right?
That's what you got to do.
There's Osama with his dyed beard. Look at him. This is the outtakes. They refuse to release the audio, by the way.
Yeah, again, it's just a fucking piss off.
Fucking release the audio of him fucking up. I think that would be great to see that he was just a man in the end.
That hat is weird. Looks like a layer for a cake. It's got to get 2 more and frost them.
You get that from the Cake Boss.
Yeah, the Cake Boss.
Stupid Cake Boss. I was reading in the paper today. He's opening up a place in Times Square.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the Pop-Tart place? How long is that going to last?
He's going to do well.
You think?
That dumb Cake Boss does well. Yeah.
Cake Boss. I hate those shows.
All right, when we get back, Michael Moore and Rosie O'Donnell. On Osama Bin Laden. Holy shit.
Yeah, these two, like I said, are delusional.
Holy shit.
And Michael Moore's tweets yesterday for Mother's Day, we get it. You had a mom. She's dead. And you were reflecting on everything. Did you need, I swear, it had to be 100 tweets about what reminded him of mom.
Really?
And it's like, yeah, whatever. Go. And she used to tell me every night, good night, don't let the bed bugs bite.
Aw.
All right, really? She should have told you, put that down, you're going to get fat.
Your stupid enabling mom is dead.
Yes, who cares?
Who led you down the path of fat?
Is that when you started eating?
Mama
started eating?
Mama did!
Stand him.
First day of Radaman.
Oh, that's his outtakes on Family Guy, yeah.
Yeah. And SNL did a podium bit.
I don't know what the bit is. It was a listener, so I don't trust them 100%.
I got a few tweets myself.
But I got a few things like SNL did a bit about podiums, and I'm like, all right, now we did this whole podium thing that came out of nowhere.
Last week, maybe? Yeah. Or I don't know. The weeks are flying by.
It was just some local politician at a gas station with a podium, and we thought it's odd that he had to say, bring the podium to the gas station because I want to be behind a podium.
And we did a fine 20-minute rant on it.
Talking about the ridiculousness of the podium and when it's appropriate to have one and maybe not. And
I told Ann it was just a local politician. It wasn't like Obama was setting up on a tarmac or something with a podium. So I don't really understand why all of a sudden they need to do their podium bid.
And I don't know what the bid is, so we might see it.
Are we doing a hoo-hoo here? But
we might. Well, it's based on listener recon, which is usually 1%, if that.
That's pretty shitty, right?
So I don't know what it is. I'd like to see what it was.
Yeah.
But some kind of podium thing. But if that's the case, then there is officially too many bits that are in parody with what we've done, and I am accusing them of thievery.
Of hoo-hoo and us?
No, or at least, an homage.
We're going to go to break. I did the God thing earlier.
Yeah.
This thing is going viral.
What is it?
Should I just play it? It doesn't need a setup. It's from it's a little kid on a public access show.
Uh-oh.
And he's a big fan of the Jesus.
Oh, right.
He's a big fan of the
Jesus. He certainly is.
And let's not forget Larry King coming in today. Are we going to be nice to Larry?
I've promised that the first fucking thing I'm going to ask him is about
the groceries.
Yeah,
we got to.
I got to hit him with that immediately. How was he thinking?
And where I'm at with Larry King, I thought for many, many years he was the best interviewer on TV by far.
Yeah.
Because he kept it simple. He knew how to listen.
Yeah.
But, the last few years it was a little rough, as you know, if you listen to the show, because we couldn't wait for Larry to
everything.
mess up.
We put a clip out there, and it was always something horrid.
So I'm kind of torn today. I mean, we got to kind of do our thing, I guess.
Well, I'm not going to beat him up or anything.
No.
He's just some old guy that did a show for many years, but you gotta fucking...
And now he's doing stand-up? That's why he's coming in?
Yeah, he's doing some kind of stand-up thing. I guess he's going to be at Westbury.
Let's ask him to do a few jokes for us.
Yeah. All right.
I do shut you.
Yeah.
But first, God's doing a new thing.
Boys and girls, the Lord Jesus Christ is the one who gives us new life, and he's doing a new thing for us.
You know he's doing it. God is doing a new thing. You know he's doing it. God is doing a new thing. You know he's doing it. Who's doing it? God is doing a new thing. You know he's doing it. Yo, who's doing it? God is doing a new thing. My God is doing a brand new thing. Since time began, he remains the same. Faithful, I'm ready to his word and silent. I go to stone unstirred. I look down through the ages and you will find God doesn't change, but he knows the time. From harp, piano, to song to rap, God's with us, so it cannot lack. So God is doing a new thing in our lives. So we're doing a new thing through Jesus Christ. Doing a new thing through our music. We're doing a new thing so he can use it. God's using this music and we're coming strong. Michael Clancy's y'all singing this song to make you think twice about the way that you live, and that you know Christ is the one who will give peace in your heart, a new start. Calling on the Lord and he'll do his part. A brand new thing to your raggedy walk. You might just match it up to that big old talk. God is doing a new thing in our lives. So we're doing a new thing through Jesus Christ. God is doing a new thing through our music. We're doing a new thing so he can use it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hit me. You know he's doing it. Who's doing it? God is doing a new thing. You know he's doing it. Yo, who's doing it? God is doing a new thing. You know he's doing it. God is doing a new thing. You know he's doing it. Do it. God is doing a new thing. Like an MC, I'm here to boast. I rap about Christ, yo, here's a dope. So loud and proud of the guy I serve. Try to take you with a hook. You got nerve. Christ is the reason for Michael Clancy's. He's a focus of a daily walk, y'all. Without him, he ain't not but name. But through God, we're doing brand new things. God is doing a new thing in our lives. So we're doing a new thing through Jesus Christ. God is doing a new thing through our music. We're doing a new thing so he can use it. Robin, Robin,